Hey y'all, it's me. It's your girl, the real deal, Lanita Skills Reaction Channel. Like, share, and subscribe. What's up, real deal? We are here on the YNW Melody 15 trial defense. Now, what's gonna happen? I had to go back, y'all. I had to delete two set of videos. I didn't care if I had commercial or not to them, but I deleted them because if I couldn't hear them, y'all couldn't hear them. So I wasn't gonna put it out there like that. So I won't be able to redo it like I really want to do it because y'all the information that I had out there for y'all, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to redo it. So I'm gonna turn the music out, okay? All right, let's listen to the trial, okay? Oh Lord, it's okay. Here we go. The world, come on, man. Jesus.
That, DAT. DAT. Page 2. Will you tell the jury how he spells that? DAT. DAT. Not THAT. DAT, correct? Right. Page 3, coming out of 9807. How does he spell that? DAT. So when Melly spells the word that, you want me to go through all 19 pages, or will you take my word that every time, coming out of 9807, that's attributed to this young man as writing the message, he does not spell it THAT, but DAT. Would you like to look through? No, sir. You're asking me to explain that the one moment he decided to use proper grammar. One moment, these phone messages sitting there. One at a time. All right. What's the objection? These phone messages that the state introduced sitting on this pages that we painfully went through, he spells it DAT, not THAT, except for this one occasion, right?
He was serious.
What a strange. I'm sorry, Judge. I apologize. Now, in addition to that, you told this jury that you attempted to, well, you did get some cameras off of 595 and I-75, correct? Yes, sir. Could you tell the jury if you could see who was in each vehicle? No, sir, you cannot tell. Could you tell this jury how many people were in each vehicle? No, sir, you cannot tell. And you did get a surveillance from Montessori School, correct? Yes, sir. And McDonald's. And McDonald's. Well, on Miramar Parkway, for instance, the only surveillance you got was from the Montessori School, correct? No, the Montessori School was on Pine Boulevard. Okay. Did you get any surveillance from any of the cameras on Miramar Parkway? More specifics, or which one are you referring to? Okay. How about the CVS that's on Miramar Parkway? It doesn't cover up that far. Did you pull it?
We went there.
Did you look at it?
Yes, sir.
How about Applebee's on Miramar Parkway?
Those are Applebee's on Miramar Parkway.
We're on Dice Road. On Miramar Parkway West, on Dice Road, on the intersection.
Yeah, there's a pharmacy there, but there's no Applebee's there.
Did you go to that pharmacy?
Yes, sir.
Did you pull the surveillance?
Yes, sir.
How about the Pollo Tropical?
Their videos didn't cover that area.
Did you pull them?
No, sir.
Did you look at them?
No, sir.
How about the gas station that's on Miramar Parkway?
The one just east of McDonald's?
Yes.
Yes, it did not cover the road.
How about the bank that was on the corner of 172nd and Miramar Parkway?
Did not cover the road.
Did you look at it?
Yes, sir.
Did you bring it in?
No, sir.
How about the four-way intersection where there's 4 cameras on 172nd Avenue?
Cameras covering the road.
Yeah, to see the cars driving through.
There's no traffic cameras at 172 and Pines. It seems to be a great misconception when people see those white boxes on top of the cameras. Those are actually control the traffic signals. They're sensors. The old sensors used to be in the road. They would burn out. The lights would not cycle properly. So, but there's no cameras. It's a great misconception.
Okay, then you said the vehicle turned right on and went south on 184th. Is that correct?
Which vehicle?
The Jeep?
Jeep never went south on 184.
Did it make a right turn on 184? The Jeep?
Yes, sir.
That would be north.
Yes, sir.
My mistake. Did you look at the camera at Publix that's on that road?
Doesn't cover the road, sir.
Did you pull it and look at it?
We went there. It does not cover the road.
My question is, did you look at it?
Yes.
Ooh.
How about Sunset Lakes Elementary? That's there. Did you pull that camera, sir?
No, sir.
Why?
How about West Broward Elementary? Did you pull that camera
Where's West Broward Elementary located at?
on south on 184?
184 and what?
Pembroke Road.
Pembroke Road at 184?
Yes.
I don't know of a West Broward school there at Pembroke Road in 184.
Okay. How about the Walmart?
No, sir.
You didn't look at it.
No, sir.
How about the Army Market? Did you look at that one?
No, sir.
How about the Walgreens?
No, sir.
You did this helicopter ride in May of 2023,
Yes, sir.
after this trial started, correct?
Correct.
And you did this drive-by in a car with a partner filming it. On what day?
March 2022.
That was 2 years after this incident?
4 years, actually, sir.
4 years. That's why I'm a lawyer and can't be an accountant. 4 years after this incident.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
And that was all done at the request of the state of Florida, correct?
Correct.
The prosecutors in this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
4 years after the incident.
Yes.
4 years after this young man.
I seen that part. I wish I could have.
4 years after this young man surrendered, correct? Are pictures taken of the 2 individuals that were shot before they were removed from the vehicle, the Jeep?
Yes. Yes, sir.
You immediately go and speak to Cortland Henry, correct?
Yes, sir.
And we listened to the tape of Mr. Henry,
Yes, sir.
who told you that there were 3 people in his car, correct?
Yes.
Cortland Henry?
What?
Correct.
Yes.
Christopher, and, well, let me get in the right order. In the front passenger seat was Anthony Williams,
Yes.
and sitting in the rear passenger seat was Christopher Thomas.
Yes.
Only those 3 people when the shooting
What?
occurred, correct?
Correct.
You learned that he lied to you about where the drive-by shooting was, correct?
Yes.
You went to, 3 different areas to look for evidence of the drive-by of Cortland, what Cortland Henry told you.
Just
Correct.
nuggets,
Yes.
y'all.
You learned at that time that at first he was labeled a victim, but that he now is lying to the police concerning the shooting of 2 individuals.
He was still listed as a victim that day, even though we knew he was lying to us, but he was still considered a victim at that point.
There is such a crime as lying to the police.
Yes, sir, it's a misdemeanor.
You could have arrested him if you so chose.
Yeah.
Lying to the police, correct?
They all like it.
You're saying that you arrested a potential victim of a violent crime on a misdemeanor?
Could you just answer my question? Could you have arrested him? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, they a mess.
And you spoke to him for approximately an hour or 2, correct?
It was about an hour.
Okay. And he gave you the address where he lives, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that address was 18521 Southwest 44th Street, Silver Lakes,
Yes, sir. Down Sunset Lakes.
Sunset Lakes. But he gave you the home address.
Yes.
And he tells you also that Melly lives there, correct?
Yes.
He tells you Anthony Williams, one of the victims, lives there.
Yes.
He tells you Christopher Thomas, the other victim, lives there, correct?
Correct.
And he also tells you that Melly is a recording artist, correct?
Yes.
So the I did that versus that.
Okay, y'all. Real deal. I apologize to y'all. I had everything for y'all this morning, and what I did was I don't know how did it happen, but the sound wasn't on there, and I couldn't leave that up there. I wasn't worrying about no commercial or points or nothing. Why put something out there that y'all couldn't hear? You know what I mean? So I delete both of my videos, boy, and I don't too much hear them saying what I want them to say.
And he was the business manager of this 19-year-old.
Now they're gonna talk about what his name? Track. And I want y'all to hear this. Let me see.
Learned from the testimony that $16 million went into Jameson Francois' bank account.
Over a 30-month period, yes.
Okay. So, and he was the business manager of this 19-year-old young man.
Yes.
You learned later, correct?
Yes.
A rather successful, would you say, recording artist.
I really don't understand the music business, so how the money's made, how it comes in.
I'm not asking you that. Someone who earned $16 million in 30 months legally is pretty successful, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I don't, like I said before, that we could never determine the amount of money, what was, because Mr. Francois had other clients, so we could never isolate what specifically is made by one artist over another. We just knew the money was there.
So, you knew that the two victims, the driver of the car that lied to you, and Nellie lived, and you had the address at the same house.
Yes.
You also learned about that time, and you mentioned it briefly, that a text message came out from a crucial almighty.
Yes.
And that text message was, we were just aiming at YNW, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it had a picture of him with a target, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it would be fair to say, on October 26th of 18, Crucial Almighty, in which his real name was David Hedgepath, was suspect number one based upon that.
It was a person of interest, it was something to look at.
When did you, since you knew this, on October 26th of 2018, when did you decide to talk to the David Hedgehead, Crucial Almighty, who said he shot at this young man inside a Jeep? What day?
I first did a search warrant into his social media account where the comments came from, which then was able to determine a better picture of Mr. Hedgepath was. So it was probably maybe 2 years later when we interviewed Mr. Hedgepath.
2 years later.
Yeah, you know what, y'all? I think the detectives did a sloppy job in this, covering up some of the guys that they wanted to cover up. You know, what do y'all think, Real Deal?
That would be in 20.
Yes, sir.
A year after this young man surrenders to you, to the police?
I'm not sure the exact date, but
February of.
But you see what I mean? You had a dude that surrendered himself of what he did, but y'all did not do nothing. Y'all didn't even question him. Jesus, they done got on my nerve.
19. Would you agree it was 2 years after that?
yes, sir.
But it still don't stop the truth.
And you interviewed him after the case was closed, correct? Because it was closed at the time of the arrest.
Yes.
Now, correct?
They interviewed the dude after he, man, come on, detective.
Yes, sir.
You also learned from Cortland Henry that they were having a problem with a guy named Benton.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to label him as suspect number 2. Who is Benton?
We never could identify him.
So last name unknown.
Correct.
Wow.
You also learned that there was a problem at Walmart where they got jumped and I think a necklace or a bracelet was stolen.
A little pendant fell off one of them, yes.
Okay. Did you go to Walmart to investigate that?
No, sir.
You didn't have to.
I'm gonna make him suspect number 3. Now I'm gonna just label him Walmart with a question mark. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Did you bother to go and attempt to pull the surveillance of Walmart because they keep the tapes for a while?
Not a while, sir, but usually about 30 days.
Did you go to Walmart to attempt to see if it even did exist?
No, sir.
All right, a lot to
Okay,
dissect
got it.
there. As I'm still
Okay, so Quando Rondo name came up in. Fredo came up in this. Quando Rondo had him and Melly don't get along. Quando Rondo threatened Melly. Y'all, this thing gonna get deep. I messed up this morning.
We're living, correct?
Yes.
And that was at the 18720, whatever that address I read off before.
The Sunset Lakes 184 Southwest 44th Street.
You had that address, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you had observed the bloody scene of inside the Jeep, correct?
Correct.
And you knew that Cortland Henry had lied to you.
Correct.
So you certainly, at that point, obtained a search warrant to look at that house to see if you could find any blood, any gun, or anything to tie up what happened in that car, correct?
There is no way we could have got a search warrant for that house because there was no nexus to the crime to the house. And I have to establish a nexus between the two, or the judges will not sign the warrant.
Did you even try, sir, to get a search warrant and go in front of a judge and say, I got 8 people who left the studio. They all live in the same house.
Exactly.
The driver of the vehicle we interviewed lied, and the inside of the Jeep is covered in blood. And we're looking for the gun or guns and the bloody clothes involved in this. Did you bother to do that, sir?
So like I said before, there was no connection between the house and the crime itself. Now,
The answer-
where we had blood, where we had evidence, where we had instruments of a crime, we did search warrants. Anytime we had a nexus between the two, we did a search warrant. We never had a nexus between the two. We even went to that house that day, knocked on the door, there was no one there.
You could have secured that house by officers standing in front of it and at least come to this jury and say, I went to a judge, explain to the
You
judge.
didn't have to.
8 people live in a house, 8 people left the studio, and a few hours later, 2 people ended up dead, and the driver of the vehicle lied to us about everything concerning the shooting. You could have done that, couldn't you?
All of them
That's
lied.
not how that works, sir.
Not how it works. Fair enough. Did you get a search warrant of the house in November? At all?
Leaving for which house, sir?
The house where Melly lived.
Yes, sir.
How about December?
They were already gone at that point.
You could have looked for blood, traces of blood, because we saw that we sprayed this agent on things, and miraculously blood surfaces. You know that.
Yes, sir.
Did you do that?
No, sir.
They did a sloppy work job.
He mentioned to the state that he spoke to Adrian Davis and a Dontavius Withers, correct?
Yes, sir.
They were the two of the individuals that originally left the studio
Yes, sir.
and got into the red Mitsubishi.
Correct.
You learn from that. I haven't even asked the question. Maybe watch themselves. I'm gonna go back.
Yes, sir.
Leave the hospital. Go to various areas to look for a drive-by. And you learn that Courtney Henry lied. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You
Courtney
do
lied, y'all.
not get a search warrant for the Jeep.
Yes, sir.
And in fact, the Jeep is searched on October 26th, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the purpose of that was to photograph it, correct?
Yes, sir.
Process it for fingerprints and DNA,
Correct.
and to collect all the physical evidence within inside the Jeep that could lead to who did this, correct?
Correct.
And that was done over several hours.
Yes, sir.
In fact, it was done by at least 2 crime scene technicians.
Yes, sir.
Now, there was also the red Mitsubishi that was seen leaving the vehicle, leaving the area, correct?
Yes, sir.
With several people, correct?
Yes, sir.
That you ended up interviewing over the course of this investigation, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you, in fact, search the red Mitsubishi at any time?
No, sir.
Did you, in fact,
Why?
process the red Mitsubishi to get fingerprints to determine who was inside
Sure.
that?
No, sir.
Golly.
Had you done that, you could have obtained DNA.
Sloppy work, y'all.
If you did that, that could verify, would it not, whether or not Melly got inside that vehicle.
That's right.
Not necessarily.
Well, it could. It
Possibly, yes.
You interviewed, as you've indicated, Dontavius Withers again, correct?
Yes, sir.
At the end of October 27th, Melly was not in the Jeep during the shooting, according to your investigation, correct?
Repeat that question.
At the end of October 27th, your information indicated that this young man was not in the Jeep at that time when the shootings occurred, correct?
That was based upon the false statement of Dontavius Withers.
oh, okay. Makes sense.
You say false statement. You have Cortland Henry who told you this?
But you even said that Boyden lied. So lawyer, attorney.
And he wasn't there, correct?
Woo. These people.
You learn that the day of them going to the studio, that Christopher Thomas and Anthony Williams went to the flea market.
I don't know which two went. I could have sworn that Octavius went to the flea market. Maybe it was Chris Thomas and Anthony Williams.
And you've already indicated you don't go there to verify or prove for history.
Correct.
On October 31st is when you obtained a warrant on David Hedgehog's Twitter. I think he testified. Correct?
Yes, sir. He said October
31st?
Yes, sir.
Halloween day. Correct?
Yes, sir.
But you don't interview him until 2 years later, 2 or 3 years later.
Correct.
All right.
Ooh, y'all, they did some sloppy work. What y'all think about that, Real Deal? They did some sloppy work here, even with Frank 100 track. He K-Track, y'all call it K-Track, okay. But they did a lot of sloppy work here. They even went to his storage. And I hate that I had problem with my sound earlier. Hold on, y'all. I think I still got some stuff. Hold on. My sound didn't capture nothing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, let me see, can I catch it for you? But they found all the whatever y'all be putting the guns in. They found that in his storage, but they did not find the guns in it. And they threatened him that if he didn't talk and tell everything, they was gonna he was gonna be locked up over there in the over there where he from. It's a whole big mess. Let me see, y'all. Wait, I'm still trying to find it. Hold on, guys. Let me see, can I find it? Let's see. I'm trying to wait a minute. Now, we already heard about the text messages with the hold on, let me see something. Did we hear this already?
You pull that camera, sir?
Oh no, we did it. But y'all, I missed out on a whole. I hate it, but for you all, I missed out on a whole scene. I had to redo everything, and that made me feel so bad because I tried to get everything for y'all. Cause a lot of y'all work and stuff, but this day 15 was the best, and I just messed up mine. The sounding didn't come out right, Real Deal. The sounding, I got the whole live, and the sounding didn't come out. And I wasn't gonna show y'all something. What I'm gonna put something out there for that y'all can't even see. I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do that.
Did you look at the camera at Publix that's on that road?
Did he say Publix? Oh. So I'll do my best trying to wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. I got something. Hold up. I hate when I can't catch stuff for y'all.
That you really have botched this investigation. When the
Hold on, y'all.
Say where exactly the phone was, and even beyond that, this witness.
I don't want that.
Statements, and this is the conversation between the 6942 number. On September 16th of 2018, how does the defendant spell that?
THAT.
This part.
On November 18th of 2018, how does the defendant spell that?
THAT.
On December 31st of 2018, how does the defendant spell that?
THAT.
But the other thing that right there proved that kids, they put DAT, they'll say that way, they'll say that another way. It all depends on, he can't differentiate when he gonna say that or either that. That is what the way they slang talk, DAT, and kids say THAT. So that what I mean, they waste too much time on this.
I also asked you about that red Mitsubishi. I'm going now to state 118 in the Facebook. Specifically page 293. Starting on page 294, the conversation, who on October 28th of 2018, who is that being sent by? Who's the author of that message? Hey, baby.
Gianna Thompson.
On October 30th of 2018, 212413 UTC. What is this message from Ms. Thompson to Jamel Demon's Facebook say?
You gave me a truck, baby? Question mark, question mark.
Do you know what truck that is?
The red Mitsubishi.
What? Wait a minute. Hold up. What? She gave him that truck, but everybody else driving it? Y'all, what's going on? Let me ask y'all something now. Real deal. Things coming up. Okay. That girl gave him that truck. Now, Melly probably, you remember they didn't show a video of Melly coming to the studio. They didn't show the video of none of them coming to the studio. Did Melly come in that red Mitsubishi? Did he come in that one? Did he come in that truck? And then he left with Boiling and the other dudes. Listen to this conversation. Cause the red truck, Melly wasn't in that one. Oh, this prosecutor got something up her sleeve. That's why we haven't seen a video with him on his way to the studio. And it should be a video. Wow. But because I noticed when Juvie walked to the car, Juvie was going to get behind the driver's seat. And the only reason why he was going to get behind the driver's seat is because Sat Chase's legs are long, so the seat going to have to come back. Wow, but Melly got in the car with them on the way back. Ain't that something? Y'all better put your hands together. Come on, Real Deal. Listen, finish listening.
Before that, October 28th, 2018. What does Jamel Demon send as a message to Jana Thompson?
My lawyer and my label told me not to talk to nobody.
Excuse me, I have an objection. May we approach?
Ooh-wee.
Told me not to talk to nobody.
But I'm taking care of the funeral, and your family is going to be good for life. But I know it won't replace this heartbreak ever, but it's the least I can do.
That girl, y'all, who he talking to, it's the girlfriend mom. That's her mom who got on the stand. This his girlfriend at the time. They supposed to Melly and Trent supposed to took care of them, but they didn't.
And 4 emojis that we don't know there.
On October 28, 2018, how does Janet Thompson respond? You can just read the first through ashes.
I don't want him buried. I want his ashes.
So Detective Rennie, counsel asked you about that list of suspects.
Yes, ma'am.
On Bentley. I'm gonna go to in states 70, page 132. And this is in the chat with Chapa on August 27th, 2018. Is the name Bentley referred to there?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you could say, and I just want you to read from here to here.
Bentley told him not to sell it. Not to sell it.
So you talked about a charm or something. Is this the post regarding this necklace from Walmart?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is the date on that?
8/25/2018.
So is Bentley and the person from Walmart the same suspect?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What information do you have in this case that puts Monco Rule at the scene?
No information whatsoever. He was in jail at the time.
So his alibi checked out.
Yes, ma'am.
So we can cross him off that list. Let's go to Chris Thomas Sr. Any information whatsoever that puts him at the scene?
No, ma'am.
Any indication whatsoever that he wanted to kill his own son?
No, ma'am. No.
Cross him off the list. Going to David Hedgepath, Crucial Almighty. You indicated you first wrote a search warrant for his involvement on October 31st of 2018.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything that ties him to the scene in your mind?
None whatsoever.
In terms of the follow-up investigation with his work records,
Yes, ma'am.
after you reviewed them, did you move on in your investigation?
Yes, ma'am.
Going down to Portland Henry. Is Mr. Henry involved in this case?
Mr. Henry is a co-indicted defendant.
So, hey,
Going now in terms of the Jameson Francois. Does Mr. Francois have an alibi?
Yes.
How so?
He was at his house at the time.
And how do you know that?
His wife.
How else do you know that?
Southside down.
oh,
What about Jay Green? Counsel wouldn't let you answer because, so I'm going to ask you to complete your answer. So what you say because Jay Green?
Because later that day, the defendant reached out to Jay Green, had a conversation on Instagram, and the conversation was, "I love you, fool."
Continuing on to Frederick Gibbons. How do you know that he wasn't there at September 30th, 27th?
Based upon the text conversation, he is the one that went to the scene, or to the pickup point, to pick up the defendant and take him back to his house.
Okay. And in terms of the location of the
of course, Trent wasn't gonna be at the scene. Y'all crazy. That's who he took the guns to. Jeez.
defendant going back to his house, whose house do you mean?
Frederick Gibbons' house.
Frederick Gibbons' house. Does Mr. Demon's phone connect back to the YNW Castle
That day, no.
Her, Dylan, and Gina. Do you have any indication whatsoever that either of those individuals were here in the state of Florida on October 26, 2018?
No, ma'am.
Quando Rondo. Who is that?
I don't know, ma'am.
And in terms of when you're interviewing a witness, do you advise them of what perjury is?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that done in every single one of your statements?
Yes, ma'am.
Rondo name in it, so that means young boy name in it. Allegedly.
In terms, there's a lot of talk about surveillance footage and going and looking at various surveillance footage on that. Does the business have an obligation to cover the roadway in front of it?
They, most of the time, they don't.
Why?
It's not in their interest. They're cut. Most places like CVS, Walmart, they're more focused on what's going on inside.
So in terms of all the various places that you went to, did you collect evidence that didn't show anything?
No, ma'am.
In terms of the cellular analysis that you did,
Yes, ma'am.
were you able to compare and contrast the cellular analysis you did with the one that the FBI did?
Yes, ma'am.
Were there any discrepancies between the two?
Judge, what's the judge's conclusion on it and speaking for another witness?
Were there any discrepancies between those two?
No, ma'am. My report mirrored their report.
Nothing further here.
I have just a few reports from the chief justice. Would you agree with me that if you don't check the surveillance tapes, you have no idea what's on them?
Correct.
So you don't know what's on any of these cameras on all of these companies that had cameras up and down Miramar Parkway, Pines, and the route that you took the helicopter ride on.
Right. We were able to head on and assess what the cameras covered, what it did not cover.
Frederick Gibbons, you said reportedly my client went there. Certainly you got a search warrant to search that house for blood, clothes, or anything of that nature. Did you get a search warrant for You mentioned Frederick Gibbons, is that correct?
Yes.
You mentioned and just told this jury that supposedly my client went to that house immediately after this incident, correct?
Yes.
Did you get a search warrant for that house? Verify or collect evidence?
Outside the scope.
We did not find out the exact location of Frederick Gibbons until we actually seized the cell phone, analyzed the cell phone. Because if you look back at previous statements, no one could ever give us the address. So by the time we actually discovered what his address was, he was no longer living in that area.
So the answer is no.
Correct.
Would you agree with the premise that you won't find any evidence?
Objection, Your Honor.
Stay. If you don't,
Objection, Your Honor.
stay. Rephrase the question. The individual, may I do it from here? I'm sorry, Judge. Yes. The individuals that you say had no connection to this incident, you did not investigate, correct?
Incorrect.
Did you investigate Wanda Quanda?
I don't know where that is.
Did you investigate Jay Green?
Yes.
Did you investigate Bentley?
Couldn't determine who that was.
Can I see that list?
Oh, he ain't investigate these dudes. Rondo. Woo-wee. All the head the
Did
killers.
you investigate Walmart incident?
No, sir.
Did you mention Montrell Roll?
Yes, sir.
Did you investigate his sister?
Yes.
Did you investigate Hirsch?
No.
Did you investigate Goon?
No.
Did you investigate Gina?
No.
Thank you.
Why he didn't investigate these people?
Pre-plan. Detective Moretti, did you look at any one piece of evidence by itself?
No, ma'am. Our decision to make an arrest is based upon the totality of the circumstances. It's all the factors encompassed in the case, not just one person's name, one text message. It's everything.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Whoa.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow.
This time, state of rest.
Yo. These folks ain't did their homework. They want Melly off the streets. Now, is Melly guilty? Yes. Yes, he involved. All of them got their hand mixed up in this, allegedly. Even Francois. They went to his I don't know why they didn't take him down there. They interviewed him, but they interviewed him with the what you call the people, y'all? Yeah, they interviewed him with the with his people from where he from. But he had a storage. They checked his house out. They check his house. They went to 100K. They went to his storage. They looked inside his storage. They looked at all the different what y'all call it, y'all, that y'all put your guns into. Well, anyway, all of them, no guns out there, y'all. He don't got rid of all the guns. All the guns gone. Everything. Y'all, this looked like to me, it should have been a big RICO. It shouldn't have been like just Melly. It looked like it should have been everyone. Seemed like Melly got himself stuck up in some he's involved, but it looked like the main character, they want him out the streets. So if I can get the main character out the street, then I'm good. But I believe he's guilty. He's guilty, yeah. I think that he came to the studio in that red car, but he left in a different car in the back seat. That's the way I see it. I believe that he's guilty. But yeah, I believe he's guilty. And y'all tell me what y'all think, Real Deal. And I apologize earlier for the sounds that happened. What happened was I had put my headphones inside of my computer, and I record like that, and you can't do it like that because y'all wouldn't have heard the sound. So I apologize for that. But tomorrow I make sure I don't make the same mistakes, okay? I love y'all. Y'all be good. And if I get any more information, I'll give it to y'all, okay?